I'm making more than the length of my contract. So I don't know. I don't worry about that. I'm here for a while, and I've always been overpaid, and this is no exception.
Coach Brown, I know you touched on your the assistants you're trying to bring in. What's the ETA and you feel like you're going to have your staff locked up?
I wanted to get it done yesterday. But we'll have two in place, maybe three as soon as we still got a lot of work to do. I'm confident we're going to get the right people. We've had a lot of interest. It's obvious I got to get somebody with head coaching experience who actually is a head coach, but I don't want it to be a lateral move. I want it to be a real positive move. And I'm hopeful that whoever sits next to me is going to have an opportunity, when I'm finished. I don't want to look at being finished so quickly. I want to look at how we get ahead and how we, get ready for 3 weeks.
Okay. So after the press conference today, you feel like perhaps you can speed things up now on the announcement with the other guys?
Yeah, I think so.
How much you don't have any work over there, do you?
Yeah, we don't.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. A lot of people have given me a scouting report, Matt certainly did. I spoke to his staff. When I spoke to Steve the first time, I don't know how long ago that was. I tried to educate myself. I'm aware of the 3 kids they signed. But until you're out on the court with them, you really don't know that much about them.
From what you said, he kind of kept you related to his past. Do you think how long have you wanted to be
Yeah. He kind of explained to myself what Steve was going through. I was with Kansas and Kentucky during the tournament, so I guess in that environment you hear all sorts of stories about who's going away. So I was kind of aware that I was alone. June never gave up. Matter of fact, when I met before the board, it was the tournament. At 4 a.m. in the morning, June gave me a scouting report on everybody that was going to be in that room. So I think it was his persistence that, kept me in position. Oh no. Yeah. That's going to be a chapter in my book one day.
Coach, how important is having a head coach in waiting, and whether it's on recruiting visits or other parts of being a coach of this team, what role do you see that coach having in this program?
I just want quality people coaching with me. I hope all of them are in waiting. Everybody that I've worked with, I hope they become a head coach. So I don't want people to think I'm just doing this for a little while. I don't feel like, 1, 2, 3, 4 years. I want to be in this for the long haul. I'm excited about the opportunity to coach, and I'm confident the people that are with me are going to be great additions to this program and capable head coaches, all of them.
Coach, what do you think about the talent in this area and the possibilities of this?
Well, Bill Self said he came down to be here for this. I'm sure he came down because he knows how important Dallas is. No, I'm kidding. But I think the talent in this area is as good as anywhere in the country. I would bet if you got the better players out of Texas, you could compete for a championship every year. I just hope that the coaches that are here, the high school coaches, the AAU coaches, and the families see a coach that cares about kids, that can make them better and prepare them for later on. If we do a good job that way, hopefully they'll send their kids to SMU, and then I'm confident, with that being said, we can compete with anybody.
Thank you.
no, I don't want to hear that. Matt wouldn't tell me that. I got to see for myself. I don't want any kid to come here unless the coach is excited about what we can do. He's got to be excited about SMU. This is such a great school. I want him to be excited about our basketball program. And I want every coach to feel like, we'll teach kids the right way to play, and we'll care about them, and make sure they do the right thing, get an education, and all kids want to go to the NBA. My job is to give them an alternative if it doesn't work out, but I want them all to get there. I thought this was the closest thing to Mustang colors, so I brought this one out. The Hall of Fame.
What message did you have for the players this morning?
Well, I was worried about them, all of a sudden having a new coach. Matt obviously and his staff recruited them, so I wanted to kind of tell them about my experience. My head coach left after my sophomore year. So I know that it's not an easy transition for kids to make. And I wanted him to be reassured that we were going to have a great staff here that was going to challenge them. I wanted him to make sure they do the right thing and finish up school the right way. And we had a lot of work ahead, because we're going from Conference USA to probably as good a basketball conference as there is. So we got to work hard and be ready to compete.
Was Matt in there with you when you were players? So that's an interesting, the rare transition to Coach Inspired that he's in the room with you, helping his former players.
Well, they're his kids. And he feels really deeply about them. That's why, I wanted him there. He didn't have to do that. He even shaved his beard, cleaned up his act a little bit to come down there. So, because I know Coach Smith would have expected that. So I'm thrilled. I told him it was up to him to come here. I didn't want to push it. He loves this school. He loves those kids, and hopefully I can, do the right thing by it.
You're obviously a great coach. How do you sell a program that's basically been irrelevant for 20 years?
Well, I don't even look at it that way. We got a great facility that they're going to make better. We're in Dallas where the Mavericks are here, and you got Chubin and Rick Carlisle and Donnie Nelson, Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Dirk. It's a real plus. We're going into the Big East. We got everything going for us, and we got a phenomenal school. So kids only remember yesterday. When I was bringing out that point about ex-players and ex-coaches that I was involved with, they're not even thinking about that. So if they see that we can do a good job and we have a chance to be successful, this is going to be as attractive as anything.
Coach, bring your family down here?
We got to get the kids out of school, but they're going to be engaged. But that's going to be a challenge for a while.
Coach, what was the best advice that Coach Jones gave you before coming down?
Well, he was so positive about everything. Obviously he got us in the Big East, but he just thought everything was right there for us to be successful. He said, you get kids on campus, they're going to come here. We have the facilities, we have great leadership with Steve and President Turner that want to see successful programs. The people that I met with on the board, he gave me a scouting report and he was right on point. They all love, SMU and want to see us succeed, want to be helpful. He just didn't think there was any downside. And he thought of all the places I've ever been, he thought this was the greatest opportunity I would ever have. And I think he's right.
You got to talk to the team this morning. Have you had a chance to call the 2012 signees, 3 kids you have coming in?
Well, I spoke to one guardian, and I'm planning on doing it immediately. Matt's staff's been great. Jerry's, who recruited a lot of these kids, has been keeping me posted. Matt and Jerry, they've all been in contact with the kids. I'm telling them to stay, and I'm going to hopefully just reassure them.
So you plan on calling them yourself?
Oh yeah, and I got a lot of parents and players to reassure, because we're losing our head coach, so I got to make sure I handle that.
Do you expect anybody to leave among the two players, or these three recruits?
I don't know. I really don't know. Obviously kids that were recruited here were recruited to play in Conference USA. It's going to be a challenge, so we'll see.
How does your recruiting pitch change from the last time you did it as a coach at Kansas? What's different now? Have you thought about that at all?
Well, I mean, and I want to get this feeling. When you're at Kansas or UCLA or North Carolina, you walk into a home, you're in the top 5 right away. You might not get them all, you might not get any of them, but at least you're relevant. I hope in time we can walk into any home of any great student athlete and be on their mind as a possible place to go to school. And I'm just like June said, I don't think there's any reason we can't, recruit the best student athletes around. But we got to get involved in Texas. That's got to be our first priority. A couple more questions. That it?
Thank you.
All right.